What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. This is an early morning episode because it is the last couple of days of the trade week, so let's get into it. So in this episode, we'll be going over the last couple of trades that Collingwood will be going to do. That includes Grundy, Mitchell, Ollie, Frampton, Fiorina, and I think that might be it because that is a lot of players coming in and a couple of good players going out. So let's start with Ollie Henry. Now, we know Collingwood and Geelong have been at odds with Ollie Henry for a long time. Collingwood want a first-round draft pick. Geelong don't want to offer that up. First, they offered pick 38, which is just ridiculous and laughable, really. Collingwood knocked that back, of course. And then Geelong signed Tanner Bruhn from the Giants. So they used their pick 18 on that. So now Geelong are only left with pick 7 and I think pick 28. To deal with for Ollie Henry. Collingwood said, look, give us pick 7 and pick 25 and we'll give you pick 16, 41 and Ollie Henry. And of course Geelong knocked that back because they really want that pick 7. But I'm glad Collingwood did a bit of a counter offer because I don't want to roll over for these sort of clubs where Ollie can win finals, Ollie can play in a good side like that. And it's not like we're on the bottom of the ladder. We will be contesting for finals and premierships. And you don't want to give your enemies or opposition good players for nothing. So I think this deal does get done. I think Geelong are going to have to give us more than pick 25, maybe 25 and a future first rounder or just a future first rounder in general, and maybe a sweetener for Ollie. But that will get done. If it doesn't, don't be surprised that Ollie signs a 1-year deal to stay at the Pies while throughout the year Collingwood and Geelong kind of see what is going to happen because Ollie really does want to get to Geelong. But yeah, don't be surprised if he stays at the Pies for a year only. So the next deal in line is Brody Grundy. Now, the Brody Grundy deal isn't going to get done until the Luke Jackson deal to Fremantle goes through. You're watching this on Monday morning. Luke Jackson's deal should go through today with Fremantle. What that could see is that it could see Fremantle's pick 13 go to Melbourne, and Melbourne have currently got pick 27. So what that could mean is, or what I think might happen is, picks 27 and pick 13 come to the Pies, Brody Grundy, and pick 16 go to Melbourne. So that sees us a couple more places up in the draft. So pick 13 is a top 15 pick, which is pretty good. At one point, Melbourne offered pick 27 just for Brody Grundy. That's not going to work. But I think pick 13, pick 27 for our pick 16 and Brody Grundy, that's really good. Yes, we still have to pay $300,000, but I think that is a really good deal for the Pies, and we don't have to pay $1 million over the next $5 million over the next 5 years. So we're only paying $1.5 million. So we're saving $3.5 million. That's some really quick math. My brain hurts a little bit from that. So the next deal that I think gets done probably on trade night and one of the last deals will be Tom Mitchell. Now, Brownlow medalists don't grow on trees. Yes, Tom Mitchell is getting older, 29 years old. Hawthorn will have to pay some of his salary. I'm hearing it's $300,000. So that kind of negates Brody Grundy's $300,000. So like Tom Brown said, Collingwood will reach net zero, which is pretty cool. We need this in and under player. Tom Mitchell is that guy. He will get a lot of midfield time, which he wasn't seeing at Hawthorn. Hawthorn do want a second round pick for him though, since they'll be paying, upwards of $250,000 for him. Pies don't hold one this year, and they don't hold one next year. So there will be maybe a little bit of pick shuffling. Maybe pick 27 that we get for Grundy moves over to Hawthorn. Is that a lot for Mitchell at 29? Maybe, but we need this sort of player in. Like I said in an earlier video, think of him as Luke Ball from 2009, what we did with him in 2010. The next guy coming to Collingwood, definitely coming to Collingwood, just how he comes to Collingwood, is Billy Frampton from Adelaide. This will probably get done maybe Tuesday or probably Wednesday on deadline day because, everything's pretty much going to happen on deadline day for the TV ratings and stuff on Fox. But Billy Frampton, we want to give a third rounder, or Adelaide want a third rounder. I'm pretty sure we offered up picks 50 and 51 for him. Adelaide said, no, we want that third rounder. We need to get either that one or a future third rounder. So it's just all about pick swapping. It's one of the things that you need to wrap your head around. Pick swapping is going to get us Billy Frampton. We need that third rounder to come. A key defender is what we want. He can chop out in the ruck, kind of like Jordan Roughhead. So That'll be good. It needs to get done, and he could start playing senior games because we don't have that big key backman. Another guy that's going to go down to the right, and probably the final guy that Collingwood bring in, is Braden Fiorina. By all accounts, and from what I'm hearing, he is a magpie. It's just about how we get him across the line. Think of him as a Will Brody type, where he went from the Gold Coast to Fremantle for nothing because they just had to get him off the books. He is on $600,000 a year, contracted until 2023. What I'm hearing is that Collingwood will give him a 3-year deal at $200,000 a year, so he gets that $600,000, which is pretty good. Look, he's very young, a really good player, just hasn't lived up to that potential yet. In the Suns reserves, really just racking them up. He's a ball magnet, kind of like a younger Tom Mitchell. Do we see a lot of players, or do we need a lot of players that are getting upwards of 30 plus disposals, because it is quantity over quality now. But he could be that inside mid that we really need, and we could develop him. Tom Mitchell, good for 1, 2, or 3 years. Braden Fiorina, still, I think he's 24 or 25 maybe. Develop him a little bit more inside mid, because these players that we have coming through, like your Finns and stuff like that, they're not that inside midfield that we're striving for. Fiorina could be that guy. Tom Mitchell definitely is that guy. What will it take to get Fiorina to the Pies, though? Probably Gold Coast are probably just wanting to give him up, so maybe a future third as well. I haven't really seen anything that Collingwood could send back. Haven't seen any reports or anything like that. But Braden Fiorina will be a Pie come the end of Wednesday's trading period. So that's pretty much it. I just want to sum up what these next couple of days will look like. I think the Brody Grundy deal gets done either later on Monday, later today, or early Tuesday. But we will wait and see. Everyone that I've mentioned will be coming to the Pies. Ollie Henry is the wait and see as well, if he stays or if he goes. Brody Grundy is definitely gone. But it's going to get a little bit hectic. Let me know your thoughts down below. What kind of deals will you do to get these guys to the club? But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double checkers. I'll swoop you later.